Hi everybody. So we are still on lockdown and I'm making the best of it. So I want to kind of keep you guys updated on everything I've been doing. If you watched any of my TV fasting videos, I've been on a roll with like my business ideas and things that I've been doing. I built that website, Give Me the Look, and it has all of the Amazon dupes of items that look like designer brands. For her and for him, there's a budget section for people that don't want designer looking items, they just want to look good. So these are all my recommendations for how to maintain the look on a budget. And then I do have a luxury section, which I think I'm going to take down because I think it's more about like getting the look on a budget. Now I did write that book that was in editing, but with everything happening right now, I don't think anything's going on with that. So as soon as this is over, I'm going to publish my book. It's basically about how to thrive on a budget and be fabulously frugal. So I'm kind of like linking that whole theme together with the website that I just built with that. And now I'm starting another website and blog and YouTube page for plus size fashion because I am a plus size girl and I understand how hard it is. Now I have my own body shape, but I have 2 or 3 other friends that have different body shapes that are also plus size. So I want to like cater to everyone because everyone deserves a voice and everyone deserves to feel good. I'm sorry, that was my cat, she was distracting. To feel beautiful. So Give Me the Look is for everybody. Everyone can go on there. It's accessories, it's fashion items. It's about being bougie on a budget. And then we have my plus size fashion girls who are the same thing. So they can go to the Give Me the Look website and they can go to the Big in Style website and they can actually go ahead and rock and roll in there. So I'm going to actually give you links to other websites that you can go to get plus size fashion. I'm also going to go ahead and share with you what I do to make certain outfits look good when the clothes aren't fitting me well. And then what clothes and style and fits that I buy, what brands, what designers, what I look for when I'm just, shopping and I don't have time to try the clothes on. That way I know that it's going to look good on me. So all those little tips and tricks, because sometimes things look good on the mannequin, but they don't look good on you. Girl. You get home and you can't return it because it was on clearance and you get all like, But anyway, so that's what I'm doing. There's a lot going on with this thing. I applied for unemployment and then they told me to call a number and then that number was busy. And then the next day they told me that I have to apply again. I have no idea what's going on with this world. But nothing is working. Everything's busy. I know if you're in New York and you have Spectrum, you can call them and they'll give you 60 days without paying your bill and 60 days without any penalties. That's their promise and pledge to keep America connected. I don't have cable. I just have Wi-Fi. So I don't have TV. So I have to like talk to people every single day, which I like because it makes me have to be in communication with my family and friends to find out what's really going on in the world because I have no idea. And that my cousin is the one who told me to apply for unemployment because even as a freelancer, if you're not working because you can't leave your house to do freelance work, you can apply for unemployment. So if you guys didn't know that, now you know, for your particular state. And then, what else? It's crazy. I watch a lot of different things, because you guys know I'm always absorbing information on like a sponge, right? And that's why I think I'm still alive, because God is like, we got to keep this one, like she's useful, she's a good one, and I'm hearing from a lot of spiritual advisors that this is like a test for spirituality. Whenever I see a real crisis that's happening in the world, I do not think it's a test for spirituality. I think it's just greed and people who made mistakes that let out something that they weren't supposed to let out. I think there's a lot of other factors, but it's interesting that a lot of spiritual people are like, no, we're being tested and we have to have faith and we have to elevate and raise our vibration level. And you know what? Some of that does resonate with me, so I'm repeating it to you guys because some people that watch my channel don't watch those other people. I do believe in always raising your vibration level. Like I'm even considering writing a book on it because I do understand. I've always lived with a high vibrational level. Like I don't know anything else. The things that I've learned that kept me or brought me to a lower vibrational level were the people that I met who live on that level that don't know any better. So I was like trying to understand them. And the one thing I've learned, and the reason I didn't become a psychiatrist or a psychologist, is because I knew a long time ago that if you understand why people are the way they are, you will become like them. And if you understand why someone's crazy, you'll become crazy, because you'll rationalize and be like, yeah, well, that, you know, like, I get why they are that way. Like, it's better not to get why they are that way. I'm just being honest with you. So I was hanging out with a lot of very low vibrational people throughout the course of my life, in the last 5 years, specifically from 2014 to now. And it really messed up my energy. Like, I was always positive. I always had money coming in. I always was around very wealthy people, and I still am, you know, but periodically and sporadically, not the way that I used to be. And I think it's because I let these low vibrational energy people in, and then their thought processes and patterns kind of invaded my mind. I allowed it. It didn't happen. I allowed it. And I was always trying to reach them because I wanted to elevate them up to my level. But one thing I learned when I was in sales, and this is a really important lesson, is if you're rock climbing with someone, which is funny because my really good friends are rock climbers, and every time we travel, that's what they do. And somebody falls, you can either go down, grab them, and bring them up, or you can throw them the rope and have them bring themselves up. Now, what you're supposed to do is throw them the rope and have them bring themselves up, because if you go down and try to help them, you're going to get too weak. You're never going to reach the top. At least if you reach the top, right, because you still have your energy, you just threw the rope down, they can pull themselves up, which is what people are supposed to do. You're not supposed to go down, grab somebody, and bring them to your level. You're supposed to teach them how to fish, teach them everything they need to know, and then they're supposed to bring themselves up to that level. And this is what I've tried to do with so many people, and they look at me like, why aren't you helping me? Why aren't you doing this for me? Because I'm not going to do it for you. I'm going to show you how to do it through my example, and you're going to do it for yourself. And that is everything that I've been doing and all the courses that I've been creating, because while I'm home, I'm going to start making videos. I'm going to charge $10 to $20 for the videos and teach you guys to do what I do, to know what I know. But I'm not going to do it for you. I'm going to show you how to do it, and it's up to you to do it. And when you do it, then you can teach others to do it. That's how life is supposed to work. But there's so many people that get offended, and they're like, that's not my friend. They don't want to help me. They're not doing it for me. Like, I've had so many people come to my house and ask me to help them with their resumes, and I'm trying to show them how to do it so that when I'm not around, they can continue to do this and update and fix their resume. But they get so mad at me for not physically typing and writing and doing everything for them. You're never going to learn. You know, you're going to have to come here every time, and I'm going to have to do it for you. And guess what? You're not paying me. When you get that job, you're not taking me out to dinner. You're not paying me. You're not having my back. They're not. Once they get their jobs, they're like in their own world, doing their own thing. So I'm not getting anything for that. I do it out of the courtesy and the love that I have in my soul. But like, I think what I'm doing by teaching you, like, look up this word, look up this phrase, look up these resumes, find the objective that you like, copy that objective. Now edit it a little bit so that it's your own words, because you don't want to copy somebody else's work, you know? Then it's like, okay, you want this kind of job. Find other people that have similar jobs that you've had, take those descriptions and put them under your job, right? Because you don't know how to do that yet until you can figure it out. I just tell you guys how to do it. I don't need to sit there and do it for you. I just explain to you what you need to do. If you're not even willing to put the work forward for yourself, why should I do it for you? You're not going to put the effort in, so why am I putting the effort in? So that you could see like, wow, she's a good girl. That's my friend. She's down. I'm going to hold her down. I'm going to be friends with her. You should be doing that anyway, because I was helping you in the first place. I don't have to. Right? So that's things that I wanted to tell people. Like, I don't know if you're going through this or if you have friends like that. Like, they try to make you feel crappy because you're not doing more than what you've already done for them, when you've already done more than what most of their family have ever done for them. And they tell you that. They're like, you've been there for me more than my family. And then that one time that you're not there, they're going to flip out and make it seem like you're not a good friend. Run, girl, run. Run into the arms of someone who will appreciate you. And run into the arms of someone who will be your friend. No matter what, they have unconditional love. They're grateful for everything you do for them. Run into those people's arms. Because people who don't appreciate you for everything you've done for them and flip out because you actually said no, for the first time in your friendship, you had the strength and audacity to be like, no, I am not going to help you because I've done too much and I haven't gotten anything back. And then they're like, I'm moving on. And then they move on, because you know what? They're looking for other people that they can take and take, 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 because all they do is take, 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 take. You don't need that in your life, people. Hopefully that person is growing and changing, and at some point they look back at their life and they're like, wow, I never realized how good this person was to me. Let me go back and say thank you. Let me actually do something nice for this person. Most of those people are narcissistic, selfish people. They're never going to find that enlightenment. They're never going to get to that level of evolution and growth because they're still dealing with all of the other demons that are stuck in your root chakra. So the evolution of humanity starts in your root chakra, and you build your way up like a snake until you get to the top, and whoosh, you're in your crown chakra and you're connected to source, and you get it all. I was born here. I was born in my heart chakra. I had already gone through all this in other, and then I came here and I'm like, I don't need all that stuff. Like, I get it. I've experienced it, but it was like, it's not exciting to me. What's exciting is like spirituality, communication, love, like on a very intimate, deep level where you communicate your heart's desire and your heart talk and your soul talk and knowledge. Like, I live here. I could go down here and party too, right? But I don't need to. I only want to do that with one person. I don't want to do that with multiple people. I don't need to feel, know, or experience other people's energies because I'm an empath. I can do that just by being next to them. I already know their energy. I feel their energy. I get it. I don't need to get it. You know what I mean? So the person the people that I resonate with personally, if you want to be in my crew or in my circle, are people who are like evolved, elevated. They're on a soul journey. They're in the heart. They've passed the heart chakra and are working towards communicating. They're in a very spiritual place. And I've always been like that. Like, even from when I was a teenager, the people I hung out with were always a little bit more spiritually evolved. And I always tend to hang out with older people. I would rather go to a senior citizen center and hang out with them, learn from them, and find out what's going on with them than to hang out with younger people that I feel like I have nothing in common with. So that's how I've always been. There was a very small period of time where I hung out with a lot of younger people. They were like 10 to 20 years younger than me. And I was telling myself, like, why am I hanging out with these people? But they were so drawn to me because I'm a motherly figure. I'm a Cancer. And they needed that motherly love. And I was like, fine. Like, okay, I've had that in my life. Let me just be that for you because these kids were struggling and they were going. But they drained the fuck out of me. Like, I realized that I only, like, when I have kids, like, that's who I'm being preoccupied with is my children. Because I really can't, at this point in my life, be bothered with other people's children. Now, I do love talking about sex, and I have a class called Let's Talk About Sex for Teens, because there's a lot of teens that won't talk to their parents, but they'll talk to me because I'm like a giant child, and I'm like, girl, no, get out. Did you know? And then I talk to them, and they like open up to me because they think that I'm like a giant child like them, and I'm cool and I'm down to earth. And so a lot of parents have asked me to speak to their children about sex. That's different. I could do that, Or like if I open up a dance school for autistic kids, that's different. Like, I connect to them and I it's different. But like, to raise your child, if I don't love you as a person, I'm not raising your child. Like, I'll do it through my videos and they can watch my videos, but like, the only people's children who I actually want to help are my friends' kids, because I love them and they're an extension of my friend, and my friend is probably losing her mind with their children. Then I'm like, okay, let's all hang out with your kids, and then I'll get them on page. Like, we'll do this, Maybe one day I'll change. Maybe one day I'll start making videos and talking to teenagers and, helping them get the right mindset, or helping them along their path. There's no such thing as a right mindset, but helping them along their path, because we're all on different parts of our journey, and like making videos geared towards them. But right now I'm not. Right now I'm just trying to survive. Even though I don't really have to, I'm well taken care of. I've always prepared for things, so I'm okay. But I don't know where this video came from and where it's going, but somebody needs to hear this, so whatever. I guess maybe if you're like me, or you're resonating like me, or you're on the same journey, or I just talk, and that voice of talk and reason disappeared. Do you guys think I should keep this color on? I'm about to go drop off some keys to someone who is moving into their new apartment, and they have to get in, and there's no way for them to get in, and they just moved out of their old apartment. So I have to leave my house and do this, but normally I wouldn't. I'm doing this as a favor to one of my real estate agents that is sick, and they don't want to go out and actually get anybody else sick. So I'm doing a favor. Because that's the kind of person that I am. And they know that, which is why they called me. Word. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. But I was compelled to speak, and therefore I said what I had to say. I don't even remember what I said, to be quite honest with you. I know it was about like sex and kids and the lipstick and stuff. People's personalities and takers. Take, because all he does is take. He never gives. Anyway, because that's the truth. And I'm gonna get going because throwing shade is wrong. Okay, love you guys. Bye.